Blessings and salutations, wonderful Geminis and the cross watchers who love you. I'm Sunny, the Urban Tarot, and it's a general collective read, so it may not resonate to all of you, but how many of you? I truly appreciate your view. If it happens to be a read for you, can you please like the video, comment below, definitely subscribe if you haven't. If you did, thank you kindly for doing what you did. Now, I don't do personal reads at this time, but because these are collective in general, and you could be going through different things in different times, even though I'm just calling all Geminis here. So just be aware that I might say you and it's them or she and it's him. It's not about a gender thing. It's not even about the astrology sign, even though a lot of it, when it's the major, kind of plays a part, even though everybody's usually there. Because sometimes the different astrology signs is in a person's birth chart. It's not always just one set like Gemini. Even with you, I doubt there's just Gemini through every north node and Venus. But if it is, then hey. But even with Gemini in itself, it's duality in the twins. And okay, well, we ain't gonna get into all that. I'm just gonna do the read for um, October 22nd to October 31st. Anything you need to know for from like now to the end of October for the highest good for you. Doesn't mean everything's going to happen all at one time. It's just basically saying the major energy that's for some in this collective message. Okay? So, in the pre-shuffle, I did see that for some, when you see the truth of somebody, like when you thought there was like some, or somebody who used to like tell lies a lot, you didn't trust their energy, Cancer, Pisces, now because you see the love there and it's just some work to do, some of you feeling like burdened by how much work may be on you. Another message came is there's also saying it might have something to do with that message too, of just saying like slow and steady, when you like actually don't rush it at all to see what can happen, or like preparing for pitfalls, you'll see it's way easier just to let it be and just let it flow effortlessly. Doing what you're supposed to do, and definitely them doing, but just not jumping the gun thinking the worst is going to happen. Alrighty, because for some it's showing that actually is going to surprise you how much easier it'll be. Alrighty, let's see what we have for you from these other decks, Geminis. Dear God, thank you for your mercy, blessings, protection, forgiveness, abundance, and direction. Through your grace, to our angel ancestors and spirit guides, please allow me to see with clarity for the highest good for our wonderful, beautiful Geminis. Amen. Geminis, this is for October 22nd to October 31st, 2022. Highest good for Gemini, please. In this deck, I'm not going to give up on it. I was rough on it. That's why I was like so tight, but I promise, and I'm not as heavy-handed, it's way easier. All right, let's see for Gemini, please. October 22nd to October 31st, and that actually was good for the analogy of even down to this read. It's like if I'm not like so heavy or rough, or it's just how I learned to shuffle. But either way, it's definitely saying like the deck is easier to shuffle when it's lighter. When I take it easy. All right, Gemini. Let's see what the read is for you for October 22nd to October 31st, 2022. Also, Gemini, I'm reiterating it before the read was for you. Let's not totally let it go. All right, Gemini, October 22nd to October 31st, 2022. Please show me this mood, energy of Gemini, please. Something flipped? Nope, not yet. Alrighty. So this one first, this one second. So look at this. Look at this. It's a step. I'm gonna put this page here because this step in the direction feeling like, okay, there's a passionate purpose. The challenge in the past is some of you felt stuck. some, not all. But now, here we go. It's like more or less feeling like, okay, I can do this. I actually feel good about doing this. Okay, let's see what we have for Gemini, please. Look what the stock. Look at this. Or something that felt like unrequired, unfinished, doubt, and that you should go forward in it. But we're gonna see what's here. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. For Gemini, please. For Gemini, please. For Gemini, please. October 22nd. I'm gonna look at the bottom of the deck together. I just want to get this read real quick. Now, I also see Libra and Taurus here as well. But what I do see the challenge had to do, with you feeling stuck, if something required it. Currently, this Empress is in reverse with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So again, it's still feeling stagnant and still feeling like, it's for some that it's more or less like not feeling like it's like, not that you are not doing the work, but what I think is for some, the effort or the perspective has changed, because I still see what's to come is definitely healing from some backstabbery energy and investing in something that wasn't growing. And I see just from looking at how this goes, it looks like somebody spent more time or believing more in this unfinished business, or less where it was a doubt from that last experience that made you feel a way about moving forward. Because it felt like even with this Empress in reverse, it's like the Empress in reverse is really not being in the beauty of their work. It's just not, it's like, it's stagnant, it's weeds, it's not doing all the wonderful things, this queen of all things. And it's not even a gender thing. It's this energy of receiving all this abundance from the wisdom and the work they put in. But what I see with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, that's work that's not being put in. That's really keeping this Empress in this energy of feeling like it's not able to do all these things, or it's not able to not where you don't have to multitask, but different things that you have going on. It's like, I feel like a lot of things is feeling stuck at one point. But currently you're starting to see that wasn't what it was at all. It's just that some things was taking more out of you than it needed to. Like you invested in things that I'm seeing, like, even if you're feeling that you want to rehash something out, and it does look like there's the reconsideration about something. I got to get more cards here. Well, here's this Temperance here. Something that took some time. These cups is poured into the Sagittarius energy, but it's more or less looking as if I seen this Knight of Wands in reverse in the pre-shuffle. It just looked like this need to come in quickly to take care of things is no, or the need to see immediate results. For some of you, you're taking the time and not even engaging in things that's not even worthy for you, like meaning down to like fruitless battles, feeling like, do I really need to help? Do I really, do they, even down to certain things you're just not entertaining anymore. Yeah. And I'm not saying that you're cutting everything off, because I do see that Six of Pentacles where that give and take is coming in, but it's more or less comes in on a journey that you take when you get more space and you move away from this and like this rough energy. Because even it looked like it was a lot of ways that was trying to come together with this fixed energy. Like somebody was very stuck in their ways. Ooh, sheesh, there's a devil here. But you're no longer in your head about that. You're no longer stuck. Let me tell you who's here. Capricorn. Mind you, everybody's here. Everybody's here. But I see Capricorn, Sagittarius, Libra, and Taurus. And as I tell you about the Scorpio was here as well as Aquarius. Yeah. And Leo. That's what I'm just saying. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. But the major arcana that I see definitely has to do with this unrequited thing that was stagnating that took a long time to see that it took some time to see that certain things had to balance out in this way. Because for some of you, you would have been still doubting it. But thinking, did I do everything I can? Let's see. For Gemini, please. Let's see for Gemini. October 22nd to October 31st, 2022. October 22nd to October 31st, 2022. October 22nd to October 31st. Gemini, please. Gemini, please. Okay. I know that's right. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let me just say this. I didn't say it out loud, but I said it to myself. And that's why I just have to say everything. Because like I sound like I'm talking to myself and answering myself by saying, I know that's right. Let me explain. In the cut of the shuffle, I did see the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. I've seen it in different ways. I've seen it could be two suitors, right? Which is, hey, awesome. Also, it could be different, like the duality, even down in somebody's way of doing things, like in their character. It could be somebody like the focus on the coin, the focus on the passion and purpose. It's more or less in the stability and the wisdom and combining all those things. Even when I look at these cards that come out right here, is fire and earth. Wands and pentacles. It's going to have to do with just as far as the passion and purpose, even combining even to being when I say not just lucrative. Now, what I do see as far as part of being stuck in the past is because you was burdened. A lot was on you. And even with the doubt and the unrequitedness is because, and even if unrequitedness is not a word, it's going to be right now. And if you happen to be here, stay here, you're going to see that happens here. I do, move words around like that. But what I'm saying is, the way I see the doubt or the unrequited energy in the summer rain is because for some of you, in the midst of all the stress, there is a brief point where there's a happiness, there's a place where you get along and everything is good. It's like that. But then when that's over, it goes right back into the shenanigans. And the part that makes us want to go back and rehash things or thinking because remembering the good times, you know, and that's what was happening in the past. But now it's shown where this Empress was in reverse, and this Ten of Pentacles is here showing how all the things that this Empress is capable of. You know what I mean? It's like the capabilities that this um, pain, or I'm gonna say this interaction in the past that has you stuck, was interfering with your abundance. Because even when work wasn't being put in, some was moving like there was like an unbothered energy. Like, listen, I got it as long as my bills is paid, and that type of energy, which is understood, but somebody still had this potential or even the blueprint of doing more than one or just paying the bills. It's more or less it could do some generational worth, some generational wealth here. Also, I see even with this Five of Swords in reverse, where it's like, logically and reasonable, there's no reason to be holding on to the fact of what these people done, because it shows that's what they do. It just shows as much as you gave into them over the time, and they never really surprise you. You know? And you want that surprise. It would be a pleasant surprise. But it just seemed like more or less it's always where they need help, where it's toxic, and you coming and flying to save the day. Capricorn energy here as well. Oh, and then I know some people like, okay, because I was told numerous times that my owns is not appropriate. It seemed condescending, but I truly be meaning them. They be genuine. Oh, and I have a Gemini sister that agrees when we are each other. So I'm just saying, just in case if the R is offensive, I see this is somebody's first love, true twin flame. And if anybody know anything about twin flames, he's a running the chaser. It has a high probability of turning karmic, but it can still become into this awesome soulmate thing because it's so intense. But it has to be a balance, Libra energy, and it just seems like it's always some sidebar. It seems like they're always trying to finesse something more or less in a position of using like your weakness, and it may have to do with like some children or y'all passionate, play, whatever it just looks like. But once you start to really get the mind and body in shape to the point where you start to see, not saying it isn't now, it's just saying the exercise and basically preparing, getting strengthened up for the things they say and do. It's like good, some of the things they say, it fly over your head until you got to come around the block again. But you're glowing despite the lies, and even while you're strategizing, you see things clearly, and you're moving to victory, Cancer energy. And I think a lot of times some of them in some situation got away with certain things because you was really like desired them. I'm going to stop there and get some more cards here. Let's see. Okay, let's get Gemini. Look, I'm grabbing cards, and here you go. I'm just grabbing cards with the tray that I want to use for this reads. Let's see. Oh, October. How about to say August? October 22nd to October 31st, 2022. I need to tell Gemini for the highest good. From now to the end of October 2022. October 22nd to October 31st, 2022. Some of you traveling, some of you definitely are getting a new vehicle, but yeah. Because that movement to victory wasn't just the chariot with the horses or the sphinx or where they stationary. No, it was somebody chalking up the deuces, shades on, about to jump into the new car. That's what it looked like. Like somebody's like not even like they're feeling real good about this move. Ooh. Okay. Gemini, please. I seen the Six of Swords peeking out again too. Let it be known that there is some movement. And I think for some that is travel for, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Now, when the Wheel of Fortune is upright, it's more or less like divine timing, right? Things going karmically as they should. But when it's in reverse, no. People are not reaping what they sow, not saying that you're supposed to hand out the punishment. But people are getting away with some stuff where they're not really feeling like that's making them move in the right way. Wheel of Fortune, I believe, is fixed energy. Like Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. But you know, we look at the bottom of the deck together. I just want to express that this burden that you bear that kept you stuck was not fair, not truthful, not honest, even down to um, the unrequited is because you just trying to be wise and fair and just as far as trying to see, giving them the benefit of the doubt because there's love there. However, the stagnation, like again, preventing you from even, for some, the way you cheered them or helped them out, they didn't give you that support. That's the reason why that stagnant energy was there, because it looked like there was more focus on what you could do for them. And even down to this is looking at the fact that you wasn't putting in the work that you needed to for and wasn't bothered because you was still covered. It's still more or less where I see the Six of Wands in reverse, as well as more or less it wasn't trying to make a big spectacle. It was really just trying to stay in like stay in your lane type of thing. It was just trying to more or less look that like that's not what you was going for at the time. You was just trying to see. But the thing was, what made it, even if that's not what you were trying to do, the fact that that's what you was always, like you was taking from what you was doing to help others, to me, and even down to them seeing this Six of Wands in reverse, it's just showing that they wasn't really putting that spotlight on you the way you did for them. And I'm not saying that they was just like shunning you, but it just didn't seem like it was balanced. And even you becoming aware of that, the healing from that backstabbery and tidally energy is like more or less saying that even once you've becoming logical and reasonable, seeing that you invested all you can, and you also see too that certain things that you came in to help with is because it was like it seemed like it was an emergency. It seemed like it was always an emergency, to be honest. And it felt like it was always tied to when if they really need you, when if, and it's just, oh, look, I'm sorry. This reconciliation. No, I'm not sorry. I gotta say my R's because I kid you not, it's not against the law. And I think even if it was, I'll be like, make it make sense because all you gotta, okay, let me just not study this. Let's go here. Let's go to this reconciliation here. Let's go to this wonderful thing that's happening here that's making peace with what it is. It doesn't mean that people's going to come together and sit at the dinner table or, no, it just means that is an understanding of seeing people as in their differences and accepting that. And it takes a time. It takes some of you. It was just a long journey to go because for some of you, just it was like the way you put your foot down, the way you take care of business. It has to make sense. It was like more or less this adamant energy of where you felt you had to do certain things to fix it. You know, or it had to be done. If nobody was going to do, if they didn't do it, who else was going to do it? But when it came to see, you're in your head like, Gemini, you need to, you like, I need to feel free. I need to feel free. But even where it shows that every time there's a return, I kid you not, Gemini, they do not take accountability. And it literally, it's like forcing somebody to be honest or take accountability or um, it's just, it shouldn't be that difficult. That's basically what I'm seeing here. Scorpio here, you're here. Sagittarius, Taurus, Libra. Yeah, Libra and Taurus is here. Cancer, Pisces is showing definitely a feeling of a, OMG, like they really was, you know what they was doing as far as holding you back. And I'm not saying that somebody has that power, but it's more or less, it was feeling like, was always what it felt like somebody, like since you always was always expected for you to do it, or since you always did and they always came to you to do it, it just seems like now that you're not doing it, it's like they feel like instead of seeing why they should have been doing certain things themselves or even trying to uh, be as supportive to you and check in on you sometime and make sure, invest in it as well. It's just more or less seeing it that that's on them. This is a you read. And it just see that you was tied to this and seen enough to see that you need to do what you need to do no matter what, because at the end of the day, they're not um, as focused on your success, even though they rely a lot on it. Okay. And I'm sorry, course watcher, if you feel the need to be, if this is not for you, if this is not you, and your story didn't, this would not offend you. And if it did, it's just like that's, for even with me, that's like some shadow things. That's like something I need to work on, because if it don't apply, I'll let it fly. Especially if they don't know me personally. So let's see, we have advice and outcome. Again, we have all signs here, but I see heavy Pisces as well too. Advice and outcome for our wonderful Geminis, please. Advice and outcome for Gemini. October 22nd to October 31st, 2022. Please show me what I need to see. The highest good. Gemini, please. Please show me what I need to see. Everybody's not going through the same thing with the same type, so again. Occasionally, I read these as a friend. Let's see. Got the Six of Cups. Here's a history here. It's been going, it's like, somebody, like, it's like more or less, I'm going to get clarification before I start doing too much again. Let's see. For Gemini, please, advice and outcome. See, at Ace of Pentacles, either way, it's payday. Let's see, big things coming. And I think it's coming without you even, like, kid you not, this Knight of Wands keep coming in reverse as far as you don't even have to do anything, but take your time. It's coming. It's coming. That's what it looks like. And I think because you think it wasn't unfair in the past, this is like a blessing from the lesson. Yeah, because I see this high priestess in reverse with the sun. Yeah, you've seen a lot of things that confirm which that it didn't look good for it to, it was too many times you knew where this was going, where they was going to constantly disappoint you over and over again. You did not see how this was going to turn out to be working out in a good way for some of you. For some of you, Leo energy, Cancer, Pisces. Yeah, some of you definitely feel like you cannot go forward anymore with investing with them financially. I can say that. hmm Because it feels like the fact that it was like your coin was stagnant is more or less like, and you was okay with that, but now it's like, I'm not giving up any more assistance as far as that is concerned. I do see that there is, like, like I said, a history, and it's always where it looks like currently it's not a good, you're not like, it's not good vibes right now. And some of it is like, what I see is like, you're not concerned right now as far as trying to get along with the past or bring things together with the past. You're holding on to the fact that you have a chance with your coin. And you more or less is seeing that even down to not trying to rush to get things done again, it seems like the healing is done and things become way more freeing. Okay? Beautiful. You got it's like the wish fulfillment and then some. Yeah, you made a decision to no longer engage in that as far as giving them any more, as far as you being an option for them. It's like, yeah. Um, Aquarius is here as well. Let's see. Clarification, please. Clarification. Advice and outcome with it. Your victory. I did see that. You was like, no, please, I'm good. I don't need all this attention. But it's like, you're going to get the praise either way. See, it's double right here, too. Capricorn energy. And with the good attention, here come the bad. But hey, what they say, more money, more problems. Let's see. But I think the difference is, Gemini, you'll be able to see who's not with you more easier than them being like, trying to throw rocks and hide their hand or make it look like, that they... You'll see it easier. That's what I'm saying. You'll see people's intentions way easier in your victory. Like, you'll be like, okay, I see their motives. Yeah, I did say that the blessings is definitely coming from the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. As far as where karmically things wasn't fair for you, the blessing is coming 10 times fold. I see. Yeah, because even with the past, like the history of them being extra difficult to work with, extra difficult or not work with you at all. And then it was like so, oh my God, tedious. Like easy to set them off, easy for them to catch an attitude. It's like, and that was enough for you. It's like, okay, let me take my focus on my business plan because what you holding on to is your investments because when there was a return, there was not more, it wasn't a concern about what they needed to do or anything about you. And it's more or less to feel like this needs to hurry up and come in and save them. It's more or less like, no, that was a lot of work. And some of you felt like you was like playing yourself. So now it's like, and still beyond it all, you still still put in the work. And again, karmically, because they wasn't fair, I didn't see this to now. I'm gonna turn it right here with the Five of Pentacles. It's showing that, okay, you're gonna definitely reap the rewards from leaving you out in the cold. I kid you not. That's what it shows. Yeah, you was burdened, and for a long time you tried to make it work. For many, many moons, you came in like on that unrequited to see what you could do to make amends. And it took you a long time, kid you not, to see for yourself that you are not going there no more with them. You're no longer in your head about thinking that they're part of your future. It's like, it seems like that would be like a tower moment because if they was inside your kingdom, your house, your structure, it would break it down from within. And you've been tied to them long enough to know that's how they are. Yeah. That's what I see here. Pisces energy again. Everybody's here. Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo and Taurus. Yeah. Everybody's here though. Just know that's what I see for this read. You can take it if it's for you. If it's not, let it go for your fellow Geminis. But either way, I wish you much love and light. Peace.